Good morning, everybody. Another episode of the Keep Going podcast, Athletes Shining a Light on Mental Health. I'm Pat O'Malley. David Mitchell, where are you coming out of, brother?
Coming out of Steamboat Springs today, Colorado.
How is the weather, Dave? Everybody up there?
Yeah, it's been good. Um, Still some fires going around in the area, but overall, the last couple days it's been clear skies out here, so it's been good.
Glad to hear that, brother. I want to make sure you're safe. Want to make sure everybody's healthy out that way. Kim, how about you, man? You said in the prelude you're coming out of Mass, if I'm not mistaken. What part of Massachusetts you in?
I am. I'm in Middleborough, Mass right now. Nice and sunny. There's no clouds in the sky, man. It's great out here right now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna assume this was a Jackie Tripp connection. Is that how we got connected? If you want to connect the dots for us,
I actually think it was because I went to school with her sister, Caroline,
there it
who is,
is.
if I'm not mistaken, I think a two-time conference champ in basketball.
Yeah, man, she was stud, man. I know Carol, obviously. Jackie's obviously a part of our team. I kind of became a how do I put this? Bridgewater State fan, just kind of like from out here, out of nowhere, based
I
on
love
that.
that.
But yeah, I definitely had Jackie on a long time ago. Then she joined our team. And then we had Carol on as well. I actually had Carol speak at my company as well as a keynote speaker. So everything is connected somehow. But Kim, that's enough about the basketball side. Tell me about the baseball side for you, man, because we're baseball guys on this podcast, of course. So go ahead.
Listen. It was a great 4 years.
Yeah.
I have when I first committed to Bridgewater, I could never picture four consecutive conference championships in my life. I just couldn't. I just didn't look at it. We won it the first year. Um, After that, it was just going. And our recruitment class every year that they came in was we looked at it and we were like, all right, so this is the next talent year. And then it just kept building and building and building. And after that, I mean, they're on five now.
Yeah.
They just can't stop. The recruitment class, I mean, they got rid of Coach Searles, which was our pitching coach at the time, which in our conference we had the best pitching staff that you could think of, right?
Yeah.
Um, Thinking of Matt Jocelyn and Dave Kearns is our one and two, my freshman and sophomore year. Those are guys that are just studs. They
Yeah.
wanted it, you know? And then it turned around after that. Matt Seavey stayed around for another year and he was our ace. And then it turned into guys that stepped up like Trey, Shane, all of them. And it was like you're built around a bunch of guys that just want it. Like they want to win. They're not guys that are just, like okay with whatever happens. They're hungry for wins. And that's a team you want to be built around, you know?
No, I love that. And it's a winning culture. It's a winning tradition. My brother was a Division III coach. I know you guys were in the national tournament. That would have been 2 or 3 years ago now together because I remember the back of the shirt had both names on there. So I always laugh about that.
Yep.
Where did you fit in on the roster, man? Like, what was your role? Obviously, you were a pitcher, but like, were you a back end guy? Were you a starter? I like to do my homework, but I like for you to tell the story, man. So tell us.
So my freshman through junior year, I was kind of mixed in as a starter to, middle reliever.
Yeah.
And then my senior year is when we kind of figured out that I was better, like kind of fit off as um that middle reliever to like closer end.
Got it.
So my freshman through junior year, my stats weren't really that good because I figured that, you know, I would mix in starts on the weekdays and then close on the weekends. And my closing stats were my best stats, which was amazing. But we didn't figure out that later until my career, which is mostly on me because I, on start days, or they would tell me my start days, and I'd be like, all right, I'm ready to go. And then we get into the game, and I'm just like, the first 2 or 3 innings were solid. After that, there wasn't really much, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
My senior year, they were like, all right, you're going to be a closer. This is how it is. And then this is what we need you for. And that's how it's going to go. And I was rolled out there in big situations and I would shut down innings. And that's just how it was. You can look at all the stats and everything. My senior year, I was a first team all region um, conference leader for closing, and then first team all conference.
Yeah.
And
No,
we just
100%.
figured out that was my role, and we just rolled with it.
Yeah. And that could be a
That
change,
was,
man. I obviously as a closer, it's a lot different than being a starter. Talk about the mental health side of that. There's a lot that goes into games on the line. I'm on the mound. It's your best three against me. Talk about the mental health side of that too.
and it's different because you kind of just. I went from the first 3 years of just trying to figure out my way of
Yeah.
how everything was going to succeed. You know, going into my senior year, I didn't know if I had a spot. Was I cut? Was I not? I wasn't doing everything that coach needed me to do
Yeah.
as a starter. So when they flipped to that, you know, like back end role, I was happy with it because it's now I just have. I'm always a person in like big moments. Like if there's a big moment on the line, I want the ball. That's just how it is. I'm gonna empty the tank in whatever I have for that 1 to 2 innings, and that's how it's gonna be. When we first decided that that was gonna be the role, it kind of struck me a little different
Yeah.
because my high school, like through high school and then the first 3 years of college, I was a starter. Like I was the guy that they wanted to go to in the situations that like, all right, we need a win here. We're gonna put you
Yeah.
on the mound to start. Here's the ball. Hopefully you can get us through 5 or 6.
Right.
Whether it was a 7 inning game or a 9 inning game, it didn't matter. So I had trouble with it, obviously, mentally. I was like, am I not doing something like right? And then I started looking at stats. Like when it comes to baseball, like as a pitcher, every pitcher is a big stats guy. That's
Yeah,
just
of course.
that's how it is. It's like if your ERA is not right or anything else like that. Am I not going long enough in games? Like, it's all. So I sat there and that's when I really started like journaling. Like journaling is like a huge thing for me. I even do it now in men's league games. Like I play men's league in the MABL with my brother Tyler. And I will sit there after starts and I'm like, all right, what did I do right? What felt right? What felt wrong? How did I feel when I woke up that morning? It all, as a pitcher, it all starts when you wake up in the morning. What'd you eat? What did you drink? Like, it all stems from that. And then how you go throughout your day. I mean, on Sundays, we play in Middleborough. We have 4 o'clock starts. So I have from when I wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning till when I go to the field at 3 o'clock. That
Yeah.
whole time, I journal everything throughout the day. What did I do right? What did I do wrong?
Yeah. No, it's powerful stuff, man. And I think as a pitcher, it's just you out there, man. I always tell my hitters, obviously me and Dave were hitting guys, it can either be one on one or it could be you against yourself plus the guy out there, right? And that's hard. That's a hard understanding that if you don't come ready to go mentally, you don't put the work in prior, you're making it way tougher than what it is. On
100%.
those tough days, man, as a player, what did you lean on? You mentioned the journaling, the nutritional side, the sleep side. Were you leaning on your players, your coaches? Were there someone that was there during that time? Talk to me about that.
So my sophomore through junior year, I had a personal trainer, John Shep. I don't know if you know who that
Shout
is.
the boy out. Shout him out. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, listen, he has got me through almost everything in baseball. He has changed the whole flip side for me and everything else. Um, when I got into tough moments, man, and I still do it. I'll get there and it's just like he'll tell me, he's like, when you get into tough moments, think about something non-baseball related.
Yeah.
Just clear your mind. It does nothing baseball related. And I coach now. So I coached at Nauset High School last year.
Yep. Well,
So I was a pitching coach there, and when I would go out to my pitchers, I it's not even my college coach did it too. When he would do mound visits, it's not anything baseball related. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite food to eat? And just take your mind off of what's going on right now. Just reset, breathe, and figure things out. It's not all just because you're in a big moment doesn't mean that it has to stress you out like that.
yeah.
So that was my big reset. Like when my pitching coach used to come out for a mound visit, he would be like, "All right, what'd you eat today? What'd you do this? What'd you do that?" And then you start thinking about it and you're like, "Okay, we can do this." Like it's not really that big. Then you
Yeah.
calm down. He walks back to the dugout. You have a second after that to reset, and you're like, "All right, come on, let's go." And now it's time to clock back into game time. Then
Yeah.
you just go from there. And that was always my biggest like reset is like we had this standard at Bridgewater and it was called WIN. And it stands for what's important now.
Yeah. Brian
And
Kane.
every
It's really good.
yep,
Really good.
yep.
Yep.
Every team had it. And it didn't matter if it was a baseball team, the basketball team, it didn't matter what it was. Is WIN is the standard. What's important now. And that's
Yeah.
what I lived by.
I love it, man. I'm gonna go to Dave here in a second for the mailbag. I do gotta ask you, man, like, where's the keep going moment in this? Like, where was the moment that the normal, the average person wouldn't have got through, but you got through, man? Tell me about that.
Um my junior year got closed down because of COVID.
Yeah. Mhm.
We didn't have a baseball season, and I think I was 17 at the moment, if I remember right. This is where me and my brother, Tyler, he is, I think, 31 years old, and I've always had a dream of playing with him on the same field. He's a great athlete, just all around great baseball player, right?
Yeah.
If we want to talk about studs that didn't make it or that was overlooked, he broke 8 records at Revere University in 3 years.
Yeah,
So,
Division 3 Goblin, man. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So it's just like you look at it and it's like, damn, how didn't he go pro? Like what was it? You
Yeah.
know? Um, when I was 17, my junior year got cut down. We didn't have baseball. And throughout school, I was just like, damn, like every day I'm not going to practice. I'm not going to games. I'm not doing any of this. Like, I miss that. Like what's going on right now? And obviously we had the COVID virus and everything else like that. So my brother, he hosts a team in the MABL, which is the Middlebar Mockeries,
Where are
which
you
I
playing now? Yep.
yeah, that's yeah, I play now and I play in the ICL for the Andre Chiefs, which is
Got
the
it.
inner city league in Boston.
I'm with you.
Um, so he asked me, he was like, "Hey, you don't have a season, you have nothing kind of to, you know, look forward to. And I know you love baseball that much. I'm allowed one 17-year-old on my team. What do you want to fill the role?" And I was like, there's nothing more I would love to. Well, we went on later that year to win the championship, and that's when I was like, okay, I can do this. Like this is where I grew up around it like my whole life. Obviously, Tyler played since he was younger, and we have a significant age gap. So when he was growing, like when I was growing up, I was always at his games.
Right.
Obviously, because I couldn't be left alone, like then no, we didn't have a babysitter or anything. My mom was it. So I would go to all the games and just watch like everything that happened. And I was like, dude, it's so competitive. Everything about baseball, I feel, is more different from other sports, and you can say how. I feel like the going back and forth with other teams in baseball is just totally different,
Yeah.
you know. And baseball has that connection where it's like, okay, this is a now moment. And people look at it as like there's 162 games in the MLB. Okay, cool. But you get off to a bad start, it doesn't it doesn't look good or it doesn't feel good. You know, you look at the Red Sox this year. They got off to a wicked bad start, had to
Terrible.
had to go on to that 15 game win streak to even finally get back to even.
Yeah.
Not even to where they want to be. You know what I'm saying?
That's slow. It's that slow grind, man. It's the 162 slow grind. 100%.
Exactly. Exactly. And you look at it as like it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yes.
But when we
Yes.
were in college, like we only play 40 games in a year. It's a sprint. You have to
You
win
gotta
every game.
win. You gotta
You have
win.
to win every game.
Yeah.
So
You gotta win.
my biggest memory is like, dude, we went into my sophomore year. We were the 2 seed that year, played at Framingham for the conference championship, won all 3 games for the championship, and then our first matchup was versus the number 3 team in the country, which was Endicott. And
Yeah, they're tough. Yeah.
it's like, dude, how do we end up here? We were like 33-10, I think,
Mhm.
33-9, and it's like we had one of the best records in the country. How are we here? How are we facing the number 4 team? You know,
Mhm.
so it's like
Mhm.
it's things you got to overcome, man. And mentally, I think journaling is one of the best things. I really
Yeah.
do. You write down your thoughts, and it's something you can go back to later on. I can never count how many times later in the year that I went back to my journal and I was like, how did I feel that day? What went right that day? And you just look at it and you like review and you kind of just try to repeat the process. You know, I'm a big like superstitions guy. So throughout college game days, I would eat the same thing every day. Didn't change. It didn't change. I drink the same thing every day. Like I have to have like a clean shaved face, like just the mustache, and not like that's it. Like I have very big superstitions that just have to go. And if it's not, I still do it to this day even though I play in men's league. And if it's not right, then I feel like I'm off that day.
Now, there's a big difference between, in my opinion, there's a big difference between superstition and routine. Superstition is luck and wishing. Routine is preparation to get you ready to go out there and play your best. So I love it, man. I love that
Fair?
you still go about your business. I was very similar. I think a lot of baseball guys are. D Mitch, the mailbag is hot, baby. Let's get it going.
Yes, sir. For someone new that might be starting their college career, what advice would you give them right now?
Uh, when I first got into college, I was very hesitant. Well, I wasn't very hesitant. I was very particular on how I went about my things. And I was when I walked into college, my thought was I'm the best person there. There's nobody better than me, and that's just how it is. I got my welcome to college by Montclair State University.
Yeah, they're tough too, huh?
That at the time they were the number 3 team in the country. Is my first
Yeah.
start. I played. I started versus them at Pelican Stadium, and I just got lit up. Man, it was a day for disaster, and I learned from it. And my captain, Dave Kearns, um, he said to me, he was like, "This is your welcome to college moment. Everybody has it. This is it for you."
Right.
And I was like, "Okay." Um, I would say for the new kids coming into college, trust your peers
Yeah.
because I got told when I got into college that you would have your welcome to college moment, and I just never thought it would come. That I thought that I was it. That you know, going into a D3 college after the like high school career I had, I thought it was gonna be easy, just a breeze by, and I'd be right onto the show. Now I'm sitting here working a 9 to 5, didn't do it, but still reminisce on the moments. You know what I'm saying? Trust your peers because those guys have been through it. They know what the situation is like, and they will help you through it 100%. They'll have your back. They're your teammates. But trust the process. Be in the gym, you know, go through everything that your coach tells you to go through because at one point you think it's not the right thing sometimes. I've had those moments where coach tells me, "Hey, you should do this." And then I look at it and I'm like, "Why would I do that? I don't want to do that. It doesn't satisfy me."
Yeah.
In the long run it does.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. My second question is for someone that is going through a hard time right now, or someone that might be struggling, just trying to get through the day, what advice would you give them?
There's always light at the end of the tunnel. And that's my biggest thing. I have Man, there was a time that I thought that it was probably going to end. I have it tatted on my arm. My grandmother passed away my freshman year of college, right? Legitimately 3 days after I moved into school. I woke up the next morning and my mom called me and she was like, "Hey, I don't know how to tell you this, but Graham passed away." And I told my coach, I was like, "Listen, I don't think there's a belonging here anymore." That was like my legit best friend, you know? Um, the way I just kind of pushed through it was just take it minute by minute. Just because 1 minute's bad doesn't mean the next minute's bad. There's no reason to try to rush everything in your life. There's stuff that happens for a reason. And I firmly believe that. Just, I have seen so many things in my life between college kids, high school kids, now that I coach them, think that moments stress them out. And the thing I tell them is just take a deep breath. Everything's gonna be okay. Just think about how you can go about it different. I had a kid come up to me when I was coaching this year at Nauset, and he told me, he goes, "Coach, I got a B plus on my test. My parents are gonna kill me that I didn't get an A." I said, "Listen, what semester are we in?" He goes, "The third semester." I go, "There's another semester to live for, isn't there?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "Just keep going. Just work a little bit extra. Just a little bit extra. That's all it is." We know that B plus to an A minus is like three points, right? Everybody's
Right.
been there. It happens, you know. One question wrong. That's how it is, man. You got to live minute to minute. And I don't take anything for granted. I'm sitting outside in Massachusetts, man. Sky's blue. Everything's going on. Pat, you look like you got some clouds over there, man.
Not in my world, brother. You might see it in the background, but not in my world, man. I'm about to go in a cage. Dave knows my deal. I still work in baseball now, and I got 25 lessons today, man. And I'm thinking about how
I
can I
love
make
that.
the impact with those 25 families today, man. I don't care if it could be raining. It rained last night. I'm sitting in some water out here. You could see it. Who gives a shit, man? I'm gonna be sunny no matter what, man. Let's go.
I
So
love that, man. And I still listen, I still try to give pitching lessons to kids, and it's
yeah,
like, you know, we just it's the inspiration, man, to the younger group. And it's hard now because I feel like when I grew up it was a little bit different.
it's normal to feel that way. It's
Yeah.
normal to feel that way.
Yep. And it's like I feel like kids are now, I don't want to say coddled,
Yeah.
by parents, but it's like they kind of are. And like I feel like us Dave, Pat, like you guys had it tough when you were younger. You know, it was like go out and do it, figure it out. And
Yeah.
that was just kind of, you know,
Yeah, I'm gonna send us out with this. I know I promised you 30. I'm gonna stick to my word. I At this point, this is a nice segue. I'm gonna take a 30-second rant, then cap this. At this point in time, in Massachusetts, in Colorado, in Illinois, we have a choice, right, with these kids and these families to either kind of, I'm going to kind of meet them where they're at or stay authentically the way that we are. And I think we've been through enough as baseball guys now that we know how to set the expectation. We know how to set the standard. And if it's set, that's what it is, guys. Like we're gonna learn along the way, but I'm not gonna go soften up what I'm doing or give 15-second chances. I think if we set the standard expectation, you could see some greatness happen. I know I've seen it in my cage. You've probably seen it in high school coaching. Dave, we've seen it in the facility. You give somebody that belief and they mix it with that work ethic. It's a scary combination, boys. It really is.
scary, scary, scary
That's how we get on a
combination.
podcast like this, man. Like three guys just chopping it up. We've just for the viewers and the audience, we've never met in person. I met Cam this morning, the same way Dave did. But we have a conversation here where I'm going to look back and at 10:30 tonight Central Time, I'm going to put this on my aux. I'm going to listen to it and go, that boy Cam was speaking today. And that's what we wanted today. So it was good.
Man, I appreciate you guys having me, man. You know, it's been great, and I've been looking forward to this ever since you texted me in April. You texted me
Yeah.
in April, man. I was like, man, Dave and Pat, I'm ready to go, man. I wish it
You
was
came and
tomorrow.
delivered, bro. You came and delivered. You were ready at, I think you were ready at 7:30
I
Eastern time
texted
as
you
well,
7:30.
bro. You
Yeah,
were ready, bro. So like, you don't know how much that means to me, man. We got 5 episodes away from 200. We had a bunch of baseball guys on here chopping it up. God is good. The universe is good. The sky is gray. The sky is blue. The sky has bookshelves behind it. It does not matter. Keep going, everybody. I hope everybody has a blessed Sunday. Cam, thanks again for coming on, bro.
appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.